The weapon design context is perhaps one of the best things Capcom has given to its community. Today, Capcom has officially revealed the 20 weapon designs and 20 pendant designs that made it past the first round, and they are absolutely amazing. From magical girl charge blades to cosmic black hole hammers, the creativity is off the charts. These entries are now live on the official site for players to vote, and I also want to break down these amazing fan-made weapons one by one with you, share my thoughts, and give each one a personal rating based on looks, creativity, and how well they'd actually fit in-game. Now, let's get started. First up is this charge blade design called the Frost Engraved blade. It is seriously cool and very creative. The sword looks like a chainsaw, which already makes it badass, but the real eye-catcher is the shield. It has a glowing ice gem in the middle, and when you switch to X mode, it explodes into a massive spiked ice crystal. Super flashy, super dramatic. The color scheme is clean, icy blues, cold steel, and gold trim. It feels powerful and royal, like something you'd craft after slaying a late-game Ice Elder Dragon. The design also makes sense for a charge blade. The chainsaw sword gives it a brutal edge, and the icy shield feels like it could actually absorb and unleash elemental energy. Overall, it's a great mix of style and functionality. Looks awesome in both modes and really nails that frosty theme. I give it a rating of 10 out of 10, stylish, unique, and it fits the weapon class perfectly. Now this one is pure style. The Black Knight Switch axe looks like something straight out of a gothic fantasy anime. You've got sleek black metal, glowing red gems, and that hot pink royal banner. It's flashy, bold, and hard to ignore. The crown symbol gives it a noble yet deadly vibe, like a cursed knight's weapon. The sword mode is sharp and elegant, but once it transforms into axe mode, the whole thing turns into this massive, brutal cleaver. That transformation silhouette with the cape banner flying off the back is such a nice touch. It really sells the Dark Lord aesthetic. It might not scream elemental power or monster materials, but it nails the style category. Super unique and oozes personality. You definitely feel like a royal hunter wielding this. I give it a rating of 9 out of 10, stylish, edgy, and it fits a dark fantasy hunter perfectly. Next, the charge blade is straight up Sailor Moon energy. It's not really for me, but it doesn't mean it's not amazing. Everything about it screams sparkle, love, and power, from the heart-shaped core to the pink feathers and glittering wings. If Sailor Moon joined the 5th Fleet, this will be her weapon of choice. The sword looks like a crystal-tipped wand, and the shield is a huge heart with winged accents that explode into pink feathers and hearts when you transform into X mode. It's super flashy, super fun, and definitely stands out from the usual gritty or elemental charge blades we see in the series. It might not look Monster Hunter at first glance, but that's what makes it so fun. It brings a completely different vibe and will be a hit with players who love flashy skins or just want to hunt monsters with love and style. I give it a rating of 7.5 out of 10, wildly creative, super polished, and totally unforgettable. Next up is an hilarious hammer design. The Thanoos Heel is literally a giant goth platform boot turned into a hammer, and it works way better than it should. You've got belts, spikes, laces, and even the soul pattern on the bottom. It's like someone took a punk fashion icon and weaponized it. The best part? You're bonking monsters with the sole of a boot. It even shows a little comic-style drawing of the hammer stomping a monster like it's nothing. It's not trying to be flashy or magical, it's just dumb fun with a ton of personality. Design-wise, it's simple but super clever. You know exactly what it is the moment you see it, and that instant recognition is gold. It probably wouldn't fit every armor set, but for a themed loadout, instant classic. I give it a rating of 8 out of 10, ridiculous in the best way and full of character. This one's pure nightmare fuel in the best way possible. Kanade no Udra is a hunting horn that looks like it crawled out of an abyss. Tentacles, glowing eyes, and claws everywhere. It's like you're wielding a living creature that decided it was done being hunted and wanted in on the action. The horn design is super unique. It's covered in squirming, creepy limbs and has this gross but cool glowing center, almost like a corrupted core. The way it's shown wrapping around the hunter in the artwork is equal parts funny and unsettling. You're not just playing a song, you're summoning cursed sea god energy. Design-wise, it's incredibly detailed and creative. It breaks away from the usual tribal or beastbone look of most horns and goes full-on Lovecraftian chaos. You can easily imagine the sound effects being weird, echoing gurgles or eerie siren calls. I give it a rating of 8 out of 10. Creepy, creative, and packed with personality. One of the wildest horn designs yet. Next up is Nature's Tranquility. This one's just peaceful. This bow doubles as a giant harp, and it's honestly one of the most wholesome designs in the contest. The wood frame is shaped like tree branches, wrapped in flowers and blue scarves, with a few fluffy creatures perched comfortably on top, like they're enjoying the music. It's a super gentle design, but don't let that fool you. The idea of firing arrows while strumming a melody is super creative, and it totally fits the vibe of a Dungeons & Dragons bar-class fantasy. The fluff balls even react to how you move the weapon. That's an adorable touch. It might not have the killer vibe most Monster Hunter weapons go for, but it's incredibly unique and cozy. If you're the kind of hunter who wants to fight monsters but also be one with the forest, this is your dream bow. I give it a rating of 8.5 out of 10, calming, creative, and full of heart, a soft weapon for strong hunters. Astral Diplomacy Dual Blades is straight out of a Magical Girl transformation sequence. This weapon mixes wings, clouds, stars, and sparkle, all wrapped in pink and gold. Its cuteness is deadly. Each blade looks like a wand with a winged motif and a star emblem. When you go into demon mode, they emit pink smoke, which is such a fun detail and adds a bit of sass to your attack animations. The whole thing gives strong Defender of Love and Justice vibes, which is a cool twist for a weapon class that's all about speed and aggression. They might not match every armor set, but for players who love stylish, anime-inspired gear, this will be an instant favorite. I give it a rating of 7.5 out of 10, magical, fast, and full of personality, sparkly but deadly. Now this is a heavy-hitting concept. Shatter Seal is a great sword made of cracked, enchanted glass, and it looks absolutely deadly. The blade has a mirror-like shine with a massive fracture running through it, and every swing looks like it's one hit away from exploding. That fragile look actually makes it feel more dangerous. The gold-trimmed hilt gives it this ancient, cursed relic vibe, like it was sealed away for a reason. And the best part? On impact, the blade gives off a visual shatter effect, making it feel like you're smashing monsters and a reality at the same time. It even shows shards flying out when the user slams it down. It's a perfect match for greatsword gameplay, slow, precise, and ridiculously strong. Stylish without being over-designed, and the glass about to break concept is super fresh. I give it a rating of 9.5 out of 10. Brutal, beautiful, and totally unique. A top-tier greatsword design. Next one is another hunting horn design, and I think it translates to House of Soul. This one is pure art. This horn is built from a living tree, and right in the center is a miniature singer, Diva, sitting in a rotating stage. When you play songs, she literally starts singing. That's right, this is a musical weapon with a live performance built in. Absolute masterpiece energy. The design is whimsical but elegant. The natural wood, leaves, and draped cloth make it feel like something sacred. The glowing blue core and spinning rings add a mystical touch, and the way the diva stays upright while rotating is just next level detail. It's storytelling and gameplay wrapped in one. This weapon doesn't just play music, it puts on a show. Easily one of the most unique and charming ideas in the entire contest. I have to give this one a 10 out of 10. Gorgeous, imaginative, and full of soul. A true showstopper. The next design is Elegance in Motion, Otohime's Floral Umbrella. Otohime is a princess from Japanese folklore, often associated with the sea and elegance. And this weapon is a jellyfish-inspired insect glaive that blends fantasy, ocean life, and parasol aesthetics into one graceful weapon. The translucent, glowing canopy acts like a flower or umbrella, with flowing ribbons and tendrils that make every swing look like a dance. What really makes it shine is how well it fits the insect glaive's airborne, acrobatic playstyle. The delicate shape and tentacle details make it feel light and floaty, perfect for flipping through the air while slicing monsters. And the Kinsseacks design is a soft-bodied bioluminescent bug that looks like it swam out of a deep-sea dream. It's one of the more elegant and serene weapon concepts in the contest, but it still packs enough flair to make it memorable. I give it a rating of 8.5 out of 10. Beautiful, floaty, and totally unique. Feels like a weapon made for a sea goddess. Next up, we have another hunter horn. The Chandra Vina is elegance turned into weapon form. Inspired by traditional Indian string instruments, this hunting horn looks simply divine. The golden crescent and the glowing patterns give it a celestial moon worship vibe, and the entire design feels like it came straight out of an ancient myth. It doesn't just look like an instrument, it looks like a sacred relic. The strings, crescent moon frame, and the ornate detailing all give it this serene, powerful presence. It's the kind of weapon you'd expect a monk or priestess to carry into battle, not just to fight, but to bless the hunt with divine sound. And that final stance with the glowing aura and the lunar visuals, absolute chills. I give it a rating of 8 out of 10, elegant, spiritual, and beautifully crafted, a horn fit for a lunar guardian. Sunrise's aria is a charge blade that brings cathedral vibes to the battlefield. The standout feature here is the shield. It's a stunning stained glass window that transforms as you switch modes, featuring the beautiful diva in the center. In axe mode, it turns into a radiant wheel, and in chainsaw mode, smaller blades pop out and spin like a deadly, glowing rosary saw. The sword itself is elegant with clean lines and a unique mechanic. The blade changes color based on the charge level. That's a great visual cue and adds an extra layer of polish to the design. Paired with the ornate hilt and frame, the whole weapon feels like something forged in a holy forge for a warrior cleric. It's creative, readable, and absolutely gorgeous in motion. Mixing visual storytelling with functional gameplay design, that's a win. Everything with Diva immediately gets a rating of 9 out of 10 from me. Stylish, sacred, and full of clever details. A divine entry for the charge blade. The next hammer entry is straight up cosmic destruction. Singularity Divider looks like it was ripped from a black hole, and that's not just the vibe, it literally has a swirling singularity at its center. At charge level 0, it's a spiky chunk of chaos. By charge level 3, it's glowing red hot with gravitational energy, ready to delete anything in its path. The jagged outer shell and swirling void core make it feel dangerous even when it's not moving. It's brutal, high concept, and fits perfectly with the raw power fantasy of hammer mains. You're not just bonking monsters, you're warping space-time with every swing. It's bold, it's edgy, and the glow-up at max charge is super satisfying. Honestly, this thing looks like it could be the final weapon in a cosmic-themed gear set. I give it a rating of 9 out of 10. Looks like a black hole and hits like one too. Pure endgame energy. This insect glaive doesn't have a name yet, but it is one of the most charming and creative concepts yet. The blade is literally a melting candle, complete with dripping wax and a flickering flame on top. It's mounted on an ornate base that changes color depending on the Kinsseacks extract. An awesome gameplay detail that makes the whole thing feel alive and reactive. But the real star here is the Kinsseacks. It's a ghost-like spirit holding its own tiny candle. It's sleepy, it's cute, and it totally fits the theme of a haunted or enchanted weapon. The swirling effects during attacks even hint at a magical flame or spirit energy, which is a great fit for the glaive's acrobatic style. This design is playful without being silly, and it still feels like it belongs in the Monster Hunter wilds. It's the perfect blend of cozy, spooky, and stylish. I give it a rating of 9 out of 10. Super original, visually fun, and packed with personality. Now this looks like a weapon dropped from a final boss if we've ever seen one. Kuazarak's Edge of Oivian is a longsword powered by a tiny black hole, and it looks just as insane as it sounds. The center of the blade houses a swirling singularity that absorbs energy and erupts into plasma flames, which is the most anime description possible, and we're here for it. Visually, it's stunning. The blade has a cosmic, almost divine aesthetic with glowing edges, symmetrical flare patterns, and a wicked gradient from black to pink to plasma fire. The backstory adds even more depth, tying it to ancient godlike monsters and a mysterious alien power. You're not just wielding a sword, you're wielding a piece of the universe. It fits the longsword class perfectly, elegant, fast, and dangerous as hell. This would feel right at home as the reward for taking down a mythical elder dragon no one's supposed to survive. I give it a rating of 8.5 out of 10, cosmic edge, killer design, and lore to match, longsword perfection. Nettle Jelly's sting is a lance design that turns deep-sea elegance into combat style. Inspired by the Winter Moon Nettle and the Peony Sparkler Jelly endemic life, it's a glowing, bioluminescent jellyfish weapon, and yes, it gently squishes monsters. That's not just adorable, it's genius. The lance itself is shaped like a drifting jellyfish with flowing animated tentacles and a pearl at the base. It's colorful, soft-looking, and translucent, like it was scooped straight out of an alien coral reef. The shield is a round, vibrant jelly bell, and its tentacles sway in the wind, adding a ton of motion and personality. While it's not the most hardcore design, that's kind of the point. It's peaceful, mesmerizing, and still totally capable of skewering a monster while looking like underwater royalty. I give it a rating of 8 out of 10, unusual, gorgeous, and full of floaty flair, the chillest lance in the contest. Not sure what the official translation should be, but I call the next weapon the special cake of friendship. This is hands down the sweetest weapon in the contest. Literally is a massive shortcake hammer stacked with strawberries, cream, a candle on top, and 2 palico figurines celebrating your monster slaying journey. It's cute, festive, and full of good vibes. The whole weapon is built on a fork handle tied with a ribbon, and yes, those sparklers on top light up depending on your charge level. That's such a fun detail. You can imagine this being a seasonal event weapon, perfect for anniversary hunts or a celebration of friendships in co-op play. It might not look intimidating, but that's part of the charm. It's joyful, ridiculous, and totally something a veteran hunter would flex with style. I give it a rating of 7.5 out of 10. Deliciously fun, full of love, and uniquely memorable. Cake-based carnage done right. Kinsseacks Delight is a beautifully simple but clever take on the insect glaive. It's literally a vintage street lantern turned into a weapon. The elegant metalwork, soft glow, and classic glass panes give it a calm, almost romantic feel, like it was forged in an old European city. Although it has a gentle vibe in its design, this thing can still crack skulls. The lantern head is surrounded by moths, giving it a dramatic visual when swinging. The accompanying blade end is ornate but minimal, keeping the design clean and focused. And the lore touch? The soft light is very popular among Kinsseacks. That's just adorable. It's not flashy, but it doesn't need to be. It's a mood, a late-night hunter vibe, a weapon for those who want to bring light to the darkness, literally. I give it a rating of 8 out of 10, classy, charming, and quietly powerful, a perfect nighttime companion for glaive lovers. The next weapon name was taken from a Latin phrase, the motto of Paris, which means she is tossed by the waves but does not sink. This charge blade is a masterpiece for all the seafaring hunters out there. The design screams oceanic royalty, blending anchor-like blades, compass motifs, and the smooth aquatic lines with a cool blue and gold color scheme. It's like Poseidon's personal charge blade. The most eye-catching feature is the glowing ship wheel embedded in the center of the shield, which lights up and spins when charged. That's such a fun and immersive detail, making it feel like you're steering your own destiny in battle. Even the fire energy looks like it swirls like ocean currents. It's elegant without losing its edge, pun intended, and the naval inspiration gives it a strong identity without going overboard. Okay, that pun too. Feels like the perfect weapon for a coastal map or sea-themed monster. I got a rating of 9 out of 10 from me. Beautiful, thematic, and full of motion. A charge blade fit for a sea captain. And finally, the last weapon entry is the Gunlance, Blue Sparrow. This Gunlance blends the grace of a peacock with the destructive power of a wyvern cannon, and the result is one of the most luxurious weapon designs in the contest. The vibrant blues, gold trim, and the flowing feather details make it feel like a noble relic from a royal bird-themed monster. The lance itself has a smooth, aerodynamic shape with glowing blue patterns, and the feathers around the barrel flare out like a peacock's fan. The shield is a full peacock tail, bold and brilliant, giving the weapon a majestic, almost ceremonial presence, until it fires a shell straight through a monster's skull. It's flashy but not overdone, functional but full of flair. Definitely the kind of weapon that says, I hunt with style and I explode things beautifully. For me, it gets a rating of 8 out of 10. A luxurious, feathered powerhouse. Elegance meets artillery. Now there you have it, all the amazing weapons designed by talented players all over the world. I hope you enjoyed them as much as I did. Now if you liked watching this video, please leave a like and subscribe for more Monster Hunter content. Thanks for watching and see you next time.